It's a beautiful day to save lives. Over a decade ago, a fictional neurosurgeon named Derek Shepard said 7 little words that would shape my entire life. In 2005, Shonda Rhimes' television show Grey's Anatomy premiered for the very first time. 6-year-old me was oblivious to the fact that by sitting on the couch with my mom and my dad, I would aspire to be the doctor that I saw on the television screen. What once started as a Thursday night tradition is now the very thing that influenced me to go back to school and would ultimately end as my favorite television show of all time. How can something such as a television show mean so little to others and yet hold such a deeper meaning to me? Sitting on the couch with my mom and my dad is one of the strongest memories that I have, where we all genuinely seemed content. It gave me something to look forward to as a child. I remember on Thursday nights, I would run down the stairs and go into the living room to watch the show with them until I fell asleep. Everything seemed perfect from the perspective of a 6-year-old. For many years after, we would continue to watch the show every week it came on, and it gave us something that we could do together as a family. It became our tradition. Unfortunately, my parents got divorced when I was 12 years old. When I rewatch Grey's Anatomy over again, I'm reminded of the times when we all seemed happier. Grey's Anatomy heavily motivated me to return back to school. Once I really set my sights on becoming a doctor, I enrolled at CSN, and I began looking at the requirements for undergraduate and medical school at UNLV. Grey's Anatomy gave me insight on some of the traumatic cases that could come into the ER, like in Season 4, Episode 12, where a man tries to touch a cup and it attacks his brother and him. Or in Season 5, Episode 22, where a group of college graduates get into a fatal car accident and they are rushed to the hospital. Grey's Anatomy also helped prepare me for my current career, where I work as an anesthesia technician. It helped me learn the lingo, and I was able to become familiar with the cases that they ran throughout the course of the show. The show inspired my interest in the medical field while allowing me to connect with the different characters in the show. As humans, we allow ourselves to connect with or aspire to be fictional characters that we see in books, movies, and television shows. When I first watched Grey's Anatomy, my favorite character was Christina Yang. For those of you who haven't watched the show, Christina was a main character who had a deep passion for cardiothoracic surgery and left at the end of Season 10. She was this extremely intelligent, extremely ambitious character who took great pride in her work. When I think of the kind of doctor that I want to be someone who would stop at nothing to help my patient get the best care that I could possibly give them, and the kind of doctor who is constantly pushing themselves to be better. Although one day Grey's Anatomy is inevitably going to end, I will be able to watch it and tie it to family traditions. It helped inspire me to return back to school, and it gave me insight on a career that I want to pursue. Hopefully one day, years from now, I will be the one standing in the OR on my first day listening to my boss say, "This is your starting line. This is your arena. How well you play? Well, that's up to you," just as we hear the chief of surgery say in the pilot episode.